My name is Oscar Montes, and I'm the CEO for Magellan Health's federal businesses, Magellan Federal and Armed Forces Services Corporation. I'd like to thank the exemplary professionals from MCNFP for inviting me to speak today, and distinguished guests and participants, our nation's military spouses. I'm honored and humbled to be your partner in this noble cause. Magellan Federal is based here in Arlington. We have nearly 3,000 employees worldwide in the federal business alone, and we support the federal government and all branches of the military. We're bringing the latest advancements in behavioral health to some of the nation's most complex military and federal programs. It's our great privilege to deliver these services to nearly 300 bases, installations, and agencies around the world on MCNFP's Military and Family Life Counselor Program and other projects. So why am I here? I was asked to share a little bit about what we do to hire military spouses and what we think the value of military spouses are to our organization. I'm a veteran, and back in the good old days, I was also a fighter pilot. And I'll have to disagree, I was the best damn fighter pilot. I've been very lucky to end up here as part of a group that has a deep understanding of the challenges of military life. Many of the amazing individuals on our team have served in uniform or have family members who have served. That means that our employees really truly understand the needs of our servicemen and women and their families because they've lived it. These patriotic values are important components of our organizational culture, and I believe they enable our business to grow and to flourish. I believe that the people in our armed forces are amongst the country's best, brightest, and most committed to service. So to me, it's no surprise that the people who choose to marry them share many of these qualities. The spouses we bring on board to our team, they not only boast the hard skills that complement and improve our capabilities, they come with an unmatched dedication to the mission that we have of serving the military community. This dedication is why we make it a priority to actively employ veterans and their spouses. Any employer who overlooks this impressive pool of talent is missing out on a source of great potential for their business. A typical recruiter is going to look for gaps in resumes, skills gaps and time gaps. And it's easy to conclude that a person who hasn't been able to hold a job or hasn't held a job continuously may not be a strong performer. But in the context of military spouses, nothing could be further from the truth. Military life demands incredible sacrifices from those who serve and their families. Service members routinely deploy for 6 to 12 months at a time, leaving behind a virtual single parent who has to do it all. Entire families are geographically uprooted routinely when a service member receives orders for a new post. I've seen it myself, up close and personal with my sailors, and of course it's happened to me and my family as well. These challenges don't often translate well into the parlance of resumes and CVs, despite the underlying skills, grit, and commitment that it takes to persevere through all of this. Employers interested in tapping into this pool of talent must see these gaps for what they are, reflections of great self-sacrifice. Our recruiting team understands that a military spouse's resume might not be perfect, and yours will need to do that as well. We use a vast network of organizations through MSEP's career portal, including Hire a Hero, Special Forces Recruiting, Veterans Ascend, and many other resources. These help us to find spouses, match them to career opportunities at our company. Our recruiters also go directly to the source, boots on ground, at various base offices, providing flyers, job postings, in an effort to reach out to spouses in search of employment. We also have a dedicated set of veteran and spouse recruiters who use powerful online resources, as well as the good old-fashioned grapevine, which I assure you is alive and well. This allows us to access a vast network of individuals that we are honored to have working alongside us. Since we began counting just a few years ago, we've hired hundreds of military spouses a year. It's a highly successful human resources strategy that we will continue to pursue with vigor, and I highly recommend that all of those organizations here joining the partnership will do as well. Sometimes you find exceptional people when you go out and look for them, and then sometimes they just find you, like our next speaker, Susan Trotman. Susan is a military spouse and a counselor on our Military and Family Life Counselors contract, MFLAC for short. MFLAC counselors like Susan provide in-person confidential counseling to service members and their families to help them navigate difficult periods of military life, and who better to understand that than a military spouse? You'll hear more from Susan shortly about her journey, Her story is a potent example of the struggles that many spouses face in finding a new job with each new set of orders, and she's just one of the thousands of military spouses out there looking to contribute their work ethic and their skills to your organizations. Susan is one of our best counselors. She's flexible, adaptable, and personable, and I'm proud to call her a teammate. I'd like to encourage everyone here to further this cause and to help our veterans and families hire a military spouse. It's a great way to give back while getting excellent talent and work in return. Thank you so much for listening to me today.